Yo, I don't know what to make of this game. I don't know what to make of this game. I waited for a little bit, and then I didn't make an immediate reaction because I wanted to wait for a second and digest it, take it in. The game was tense. It was a tense game, man. It was a tense game watching it, but I don't know. It feels. We're both still on 7 points. We're joint top of the league still. We didn't lose. I told you we wouldn't lose. I told you we wouldn't lose, but we didn't win. And head to heads, I wanted us to get the better of these man on the head to heads, because when it comes to the end of the season, those results seem to always they come back to bite you. But then I'm looking at it from another angle now, and to be fair, I don't think our problem is head to heads this season. Our problem is going to be the Christmas running. It's going to be when we come back from internationals, and it's going to be when we're facing teams that are just doing low blocks. This is our problem. I've been saying it for 3 seasons now. Yeah, 3 seasons. We need an attacking midfielder, a playmaker. That's what I've said. If you go back through my videos, I've said we need a playmaker, because from Coutinho has gone, we've got nobody that threads the ball through and takes the ball and dribbles in and drives in and beats a player and threads it and takes a shot and sprays it to the right and to the left, and the other team are fearing them. We ain't got that midfielder. And until we get that player, this is going to happen to us all the time. Thiago is not that player for us. Thiago is more a ball carrier, in the sense that he gets it and he sprays it and he lays it off to people and he can open up. The way he played at Bayern, forget it. He's not going to be playing like this in the Premier League. The way we had him at Bayern, it's not going to happen. And that's not his role anyway. We need a player that takes the ball and runs at people and takes them out of the game. Literally dribbles past them. Not this Mane dribbling nonsense, what he does, where he's stopping dead and then just teasing the player in. It does not work. It doesn't work. Salah was doing the same on the other. You know what? We're so predictable. I was calling all of the plays, watching it on the telly. I'm calling what they're going to do. I know what Salah's going to do. He's going to get the ball and he's going to trickle in and try and cut back on his left. Alonso was not good today, but he still managed not to get beaten by Salah. Alonso was I told you before the game, that was the area. And we had 3 men over there and we still didn't do it. Trent didn't go past him. Harvey Elliott, I'm giving a bly, right? Harvey Elliott, I'm giving a bly. The man, or should I even say the lad, because he's 18, to me, smashed it. He held his own in a big game, right? Harvey Elliott's getting a pass. I'm not talking about him. But at certain stages, he was over there with Salah. And Trent kept coming narrow when we needed to overload on that side. And then we're putting in crosses. We haven't got a 6 foot forward. You know, Jota had a chance in the second half, which he should have buried. But Jota is still I swear Jota's 5'9". Why are we crossing it like that? Corners, right? Corners. Why are we playing out swingers? Like, I don't. When Trent should be taking the corners on the would be on our left, but yeah, the left of the pitch. If we're attacking, Trent should be taking them on that side, and Robbo should be taking it on that side. And instead, Robbo takes them, and they're outswingers. Trent takes it, outswinger, takes all the pace off the ball, or they get caught by the keeper all the time. In swingers. Because if you put the in swinger in A man just has to flick it off the. It's so annoying. It's so annoying, man. And then you get Chelsea getting that jammy goal. Everybody's going. This is what I'm saying about why the media and people in general piss me off when they like to co-sign someone is going to be the title favorite, because everything they do all of a sudden is like magic fairy dust. Everything they do is amazing. Kai Havertz is flicking the ball on, right? He's not trying to score, right? And people are gonna try and make out like I'm a hater now because it was a wonder goal. It wasn't a wonder goal. You could watch his body language. The ball comes, he does some flick move like that, and the ball loops into the back of the goal. You know how that goal shouldn't have gone in? Because again, why are we why is it that we're not defending with people on the post anymore? Someone should have been on the far post. Allison's at the near post. Someone should have been on the far post. If someone was at the far post, that goal doesn't go in. It's just so predictable, man. We had 45 minutes. You know what this game reminded me of? This game reminded me of when we had to win the title. When we had to win the title and Gerrard slipped and we were 1-0 down. This is what this game reminded me. You've got 45 minutes to go and score a goal, and somehow we don't do it. It's a mad one, man. I'm sick to death of it. I should not be able to tell you what's going to happen. I should not be able to tell you what's going to happen. I don't manage the club, right? But I can tell you the plays. It's the same nonsense every game. We get the ball, we give it to Trent. Trent tucks in. He tries to feed it to Salah on the right. If Salah doesn't get it, Trent turns back in. He knocks it to Hendo. Hendo knocks it to Fabinho. Fabinho knocks it over to flipping Robertson. Robertson runs down for a little bit, stops, gives it to Mane. Mane stops, looks at the defender, stands him up, and then he cuts down there, and then he ends up nowhere, and the ball goes out of play. Every game. Every game. You know what? This is gonna be probably unpopular, and people are gonna probably think I need my head read, but I'm not. I know what I'm talking about. You've seen it now. You see, every time I tell you stuff on here, it happens all the time. I know my football. I've been watching this game 30 years now. Yeah, 30 odd years I've been watching this game. I know my stuff. Let me tell you something. I wanted Shimikas to play instead of Robertson today because I think Shimikas would have done better on the left. I think Shimikas would have driven down that side. Reese would have had a problem. Period. Yeah, because Andy Robertson's final ball is not great. We keep getting gas. Andy Robertson's amazing, right? He can get up and down. He tackles. He's die hard, right? But Andy Robertson's final ball is not brilliant. There's a difference why people are always talking about Trent over Robbo in terms of the assists, right? Robbo can do his assist, but it's not the same quality. Shimikas had a good run. You see me, my belief is this, right? And people, again, you can disagree. You can say the game's moved on, right? But I just don't believe in changing winning teams. That is me, right? When a team wins, I believe that team deserves the right to play again until they lose or until they play really badly that you've got to move somebody and say, right, you've had your run. But I always play winning teams. When I used to coach certain young teams, I'm not taking any players. If you play the blinder, I'm not taking you out. I'm not taking you out of the game because your confidence is up. Everything you touch is going in. I ain't going to take you out. We took off Jota and we took out Shimikas. We should have left them in. Instead, we put Bobby in, slows the play down. We put Robbo in, and we know what he's gonna do. The crazy thing was, the sending off made it worse for us. The sending off made it worse for us because they put the whole team in defense. The whole team is back. So now you've got what, seven? Is it 7 defenders? 7 defenders and the goalkeeper. Literally. 8 defenders, because furthermore, Mason Mount was coming back. Lukaku was staying up front trying to occupy them, and they still got chances. They still managed to get chances. It's infuriating. Got Minamino on the bench. Play the guy. This is the thing. Chelsea, no. Every team has studied now how we play. We've got to mix it up. We've got players that can mix it up. But this style that we keep lay it off. Where's the bangers, man? You know what we lost when we lost Stevie G? We lost the bangers, the 25-yarders. We lost that. We lost it. Emre Can came in for a little bit. And the odd time we were getting people hitting it. But we ain't got a man. Well, tell a lie. Coutinho was doing it outside of the box. But I'm talking about outside of Ox scoring those 2 shots against Man City. We've got no one that just takes the ball, sees what's going on, and says, you know what, let me just ras it into the corner. You've got nobody that does that. It's just this tip-tap, tippy-tappy, pass left, right. It's frustrating, man. At the same time, I'm thankful that we got a point. But they were there for the taking, man. They were there for the taking. And they got away. Chelsea got away today. Chelsea got away. You know the maddest thing? When it was 11-11, I'm not sure we were going to go on to win this game. I'm not even fronting. Chelsea looked sharp. In this game. It wasn't the best. You know what? We're going end to end, right? It's the 3rd game of the season, so everyone's a bit ring rusty. But Chelsea had 2 chances. Chelsea took the lead. Chelsea should have been 2-0 up before we even had the chance with the penalty incident, right? Chelsea should have been 2-0 up. Henderson had a chance that he should have buried. I don't know what Henderson was doing. Trent fed it over, and Henderson, rather than take a shot at the goal or header it, he's passing. There was no one there. I don't know what that was about. He should have scored. Salah should have scored in the second half. Got away, man. Got away. So I don't know what to make of this game, man. Now, you know, we're gonna have 2 weeks, well, a week and a bit, international break to think about things. But you know what? We got 7 out of 9. I called that at the beginning of the season. I said if we can take 7 points from the possible 9, that's a good start. And we got 7 out of 9. So you know what? Let me not complain too much, because we need to get our joints oiled, and we're doing that at the top of the table. We're at the right end of the table. You know what I mean? We're at the right end of the table. Let's not beat ourselves up too much. But I hate Chelsea so much that I just wanted to bury them, man. But you know what? Let me at least make a couple things clear to all these little idiot Chelsea, man. I was watching Football Terrace. This dude called Monster. This guy's talking so much air. This man's talking, and some of the other Chelsea dudes running up their mouth. They're gonna come to Anfield and do X, Y, and Z. What are you lot saying now? Because Lukaku, I told you Lukaku was going to get bodied. This man, he come up there, he got away with one of his little pins against Matip. He got away with one. But the rest of the game, you was in his pocket, mate. Van Dijk and Matip had Lukaku in their pocket like a packet of Fruitella, mate. He was dead. You know what I mean? Ain't Pablo Mari, Truss, Kolasinac, Chambers, Holding, proper defenders today. So I don't know, this gas what they're coming with. Yeah, you let Lukaku, you do that against Norwich, you do that against Brentford, whoever else, you can run that game. Nah, not with Liverpool. Yeah, dead food. People kept forgetting that this man's come to our ground about 10 times over the last 8 years. Lukaku, he's come up and he don't score. Nothing don't go on when Lukaku's come. Lukaku's come with Man United, Everton, West Brom. He ain't won. But this Chelsea are going on like this bad, man, because they got this European title. This is why I didn't want them to win it, because they get on my nerves. They're an arrogant team without the pedigree. They got this recent history where they've been collecting trophies. It's all good, you know what I mean. You got Abramovich's money, but the culture of your lot's club, you lot can't touch us. Can't touch us. That's why I don't. Chelsea will never. They will never stack up in my eyes. They just will. They will never stack up. They will never stack up. You'd have to get 7 Champions Leagues and 20 titles to come and talk to me, Chelsea, man. It's not. I don't care how many trophies they win in the near future. Yeah, FA Cups, whatever. The man can't talk to me. Again, I tell you all the time, Liverpool fans, keep telling you. See them Chelsea, man. They're not on our level. When they do all this banner, I'd love to be on the Football Terrace or any of the other channels that have these fan debates. Them man can't talk to me. They can't. They're not on my level. I wouldn't entertain it. When these guys are like, we know who we are the champions of Europe, whatever else, yeah, you got 2 in the bag. You got 2. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. You know what I mean? Can't talk. That team. Anyway, I'm out, man. You can see I'm annoyed, man. I'm annoyed. But I'll be alright in a week's time. When we play, 2 weeks' time. We play Leeds. And that's going to be a tricky game. Leeds, man marking people out. Oh, man. I hope Leeds win tomorrow so they can get that out of the way. So that they're not... Because if they're desperate for points, they'll probably get points against us. We got to work out this low block, man. We got to figure this out. We are too predictable, man. We are too predictable. We just don't mix it up. You know, another thing, actually, before I go. We're not streetwise, man. This is the thing that pisses me off with Liverpool the most. We're not streetwise. Chelsea was slowing the game down, dropping on the floor, running around the referee. How did they get away with harassing the referee today? How did they get away with that? I don't know what's going on, man. How Chelsea literally ran up on Anthony Taylor. Ran up on him and nothing happened to them. But we're not streetwise. We need to get dirty. We need to get nasty. We're too nice, man. Too nice. Anyway, I'm out, man. I've had enough. I'm out.